Hey YouTube, JC here. Just did a little pipe video earlier, so got done smoking that, so I'm just gonna do a knife video. But this one, it's not really a controversial topic, it's just something that's my opinion, and what I'm gonna probably be focusing on and not focusing on anymore. For a little while there, I was getting some requests once I started doing my knife stuff, fully into the channel. A bunch of people were requesting budget type knives, stuff like that. And I just figured out, you know what? I'm not really happy buying all these budget knives because they don't really suit me. And it's one of those things where, it might not cost a lot up front, but it all adds up. So I was blowing money on knives that I didn't really necessarily love or really wanted. And not just that, there's so many channels out there that do all these budget knives. It's like, literally they post 3 videos a day sometimes. And it's 90% budget knives. So there's so many companies out there, and there's so many new startup companies and all this stuff. It's like, you know what? I'm a knife collector. So just like anything, whatever you collect, I'm going to collect what I want, Now, if somebody sends me stuff to review, that's kind of a different story, but I don't think my channel will ever be that big to do that, which is fine. I don't really want to put that much time and stuff into editing and all this crap, because to me, it's a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to do that stuff. And I'd rather be doing other stuff, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm the type of person that I like having a small YouTube channel, because I like the people that communicate with me and stuff. I like being able to chat with people, talk with people on different things. I'm not doing it to make money. I mean, obviously you're not going to make money doing something that YouTube deems, whatever they deem it, bad, I guess, or whatever, pipe smoking and knife stuff. Because I'm not even going to monetize the channel. There's no point in doing that to make a couple cents. What's that going to do? And then they're going to just hit me with strikes all the time if I do something they don't like. So, I mean, they can still ban my channel if they want, but it doesn't seem like to me they give people strikes that don't monetize their channel. That's just what it seems like to me. Let me know if the experience is the same with you. But anyways, so I'm just going to give a couple examples of what I'm talking about. This is a SRM knife. It's a pretty cool little knife. I paid, I think it was like 30 bucks. Took me a while to break it in, to be honest with you. It's pretty nice and broken now. This knife, it seems to me that I haven't taken it completely apart yet, to see what kind of washers it's in it, but it seems like to me you got to oil it a lot. Like whenever you're using it, it seems to get stuff in it or gum up for whatever reason. Maybe it's the lock, I don't know, but you just seem to have to oil it a lot. But it's got D2 steel, which is a fine steel. I have no problem with it. As you can see, it's not rusted or anything at all. And it holds the edge. D2 steel holds the edge a lot. But on something like this, I'm just going to compare it to another knife that I have. Something like this, it's just, to me, and this is a Barlock style, when you hold it in your hand and you look at the material, feel the material, am I really going to carry this over this? No flipping way. Now, I do carry it from time to time, but to me, this is more of a knife that will be in my collection for a long, long time, if not forever. This is a great knife. It's just something about the action, something about the feel on it. If you look at the fine details, the machine work, and not just that, I do tend to go towards American knives, and it's just something about a knife that's, handmade in America. Now, I know they do use machines and all that stuff, but this is still a very small company, so these are hand assembled. And I do like that, which all of them probably are, but some of them just are made by China by God knows who much, who or what, or how old they are, or anything like that. And, we know that to be a fact, so it is what it is. But, I just like supporting American companies that do a good job. I'm not going to just support somebody from America if they do a crap job. That's not, what it's about. To me, it's about supporting something you like, you know what I mean? But they all have their place. So that's another topic I was going to bring up. Like out in my car, I have a couple different knives that I really don't care about. Like if I was to accidentally drop this in the middle of the road and it get run over by a tractor trailer, I would not care. Like it wouldn't be a big deal to me. It'd be like, I'll go get another one. I can buy another one for 30 bucks. It's no big deal. So they do have their place. This would be something where if you're going on a trip or something like that, and you didn't care if you accidentally lost it somewhere, or just, you know, around in the car to do crap with, you know, if you want to just pound on something with it, pry on it, it doesn't really matter about this knife. Something like this, if I lost this and broke this, I would be upset. I would be very upset if I lost this knife. You know what I mean? Love this knife. So, you know, what you pay for it obviously has to do with that too, but it's just something about this knife where it's just, I don't know, it's almost like any of you guys that shoot guns, you know, versus like a Kel-Tec versus a SIG or something. To me, I like SIG, but that's just my opinion. But you know what I mean? You hold them in your hand, you look at them, it's just like, whether you can shoot one better than the other, that's different. Or whether you think one's better than another, that's a different story. But it's just, you know, the lines are a little better, the contouring in your hand's a little better, the trigger's better, you know, just everything about the knife, something about it. Not necessarily huge details, but all the small details are better. That's just my opinion. And as far as toughness goes, it seems like to me, most budget knives, like this one is 14C 28N. So 14C 28N is a pretty good budget steel. But all the knives I have in that, you know, you do have to sharpen them a little bit more than some of the high, you know, the higher end steels. But this is another knife. This is a Moyarl. I think that's how you say it. But anyways, you know, it's a Miguron. But it's a pretty cool knife. But, you know, when you're comparing it to something that I love, you know, like this bad boy, obviously, and this is another point people are going to bring up on there. Well, I can buy, let's see, probably buy 10 of these knives, not even that, probably 8 of these knives for what one of these costs. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Would you rather have one really good, badass knife that you can use for anything and use for a long time, or would you rather have 10 junk knives? That's up to you. You know what I mean? I know as far as like pipes and pipe tobacco go, and that's what I'm kind of leaning towards it. Same thing with cigars. Would you rather have a bunch of cigars you really, really love, or just order a bulk pack of ones that are just okay to you? And me personally, you know, and I'm like this with anything, with electronics, with all this stuff, I'd rather buy stuff that I know is going to last. Now, I am a collector, so I have more than one. It's not like I only have one knife, but the ones I collect, you know, like I can get hundreds of these cheaper low-end knives, or I can get maybe 30 or 40 high-end knives. I'm the type of person that would rather have 30 or 40 high-end knives than have a whole bunch of these low-end knives. And that's just me personally. And I've just learned it over the years, and it's just kind of graduated to that, because when I first started collecting knives, I wouldn't buy anything over 50 bucks. I mean, that's just the way it was. But when you get something like this in your hand, you know, nice quality American made, I mean, badass lock, badass blade. This is M4. I mean, you can cut I'm convinced you can cut through steel with this. I mean, M4 is freaking just badass to me. I love M4 steel. And this Spyderco, and I have one more steel in M4. I forget what it is, but M4 is just awesome stuff. And it seems to be done pretty well by a lot of different people. But, you know, going back to something like this in your hand, you know, the lines aren't contoured. The G10 material just seems slick and hard. It's more harder plastic than good quality G10. Does look pretty cool. It's got a titanium pocket clip on it, which that's probably the best thing about this knife is the clip, to be honest with you. But just the action of it, it's good action, but when you're comparing it to, you know, something else, you know, like smoother, slicker action, you know, it's just, it's not, I don't know, man. Just the feel and sound of good quality knives, to me, I don't know. And to me, get what you like. You know, this is just my opinion, and this is why I'm saying that. To me, it just doesn't make sense for me to just buy a bunch of these lower end knives that I'm not going to like just to review them, you know. But it's like, you know what? I'm going to review stuff that I like and that I want. So, not, you know, I'm going back to basically just buying like a knife here or there, like one a month, one every 2 months that I really, really like, versus getting a bunch of budget knives all at once. And let me know what your opinion is. Are you one of those people that you want to be able to buy 3 or 4 knives a week, or would you rather be able to buy one knife a month? But that's just my opinion on it. Let me know what your opinion on it, and what are your favorite knives, and what's your leaning towards in your knife collecting journey. All right, this is JC.